we will be extending eligibility for the CERB by 8 weeks. So if you've been getting the CERB and you still can't work because you're unable to find a job or it's just not possible, you will keep getting that $2,000 a month.
Canadians unable to return to work due to the pandemic will qualify for another 2 months of CERB payments. That was the top demand made by NDP lawmakers in exchange for their support of a Liberal COVID benefits bill that stalled in the House last week. Now, despite the promise of a CERB expansion, the Liberals still need the unanimous consent of all opposition parties in the House to see their bill fast-tracked through Parliament. And at least one opposition party is accusing the Liberals of trying to govern like a majority, and they say that needs to change.
A few weeks ago, it started acting in a more, according more to its own interest as a party, a political party. And then the relationship became to be a little less cool.
The Bloc Québécois is not just critical of the governing Liberals, but also the NDP. The New Democrats called for a CERB extension before agreeing to vote for any other Liberal bills, and that has Blanchette saying the NDP is far too eager to trade votes for policies during a crisis.
I don't believe that they're being played by the government. I believe that they are a willing victim of their own automatic agreement to whatever the government asks.
Earlier this week, NDP leader Jagmeet Singh said he had still not seen a draft of the legislation, something Liberals first proposed at the start of June. Critics say the Liberals are keeping opposition parties out of the loop at a time when unanimous consent is required from all parties to push bills through in a day. The Canada Emergency Response Benefit pays up to $500 a week, but experts studying the CERB say even with an expansion, the program needs work.
There are some other things that were being considered, like changing the threshold of how much you could make and still receive the CERB, extending the period over which you could get one of these segments of 4 weeks from October through to January, or changing the number of weeks you could get in each round of applications. But none of those things have happened. This is exclusively an extension of the CERB as it previously existed.
Through all this, the Conservative Party is still yet to tip its hand as to what it may do in the House on Wednesday. The Tories form the official opposition, and a no from them could block Liberal legislation from entering the House for a second week in a row. In Ottawa, Xiaoli Li, City News.